On this episode of the Off Limits podcast,
And
Right
for
on.
main course? You call it the
Yeah,
main course?
main
Oh,
course.
is that what we doing?
That's what we doing.
I don't know what I thought was better.
Go on, play that thing.
About him at the end of the day, he wins and he comes up.
Can you tell who that is just by talking to him now that you're walking in the living rooms and you're seeing more and more
Well,
and more?
we have different attributes: smart, tough, fast, disciplined with character. We're looking at now quarterbacks are different.
Yeah.
We want mother, father, dual parent.
Mm-hmm.
We want that kid to be 3, 5 and up because he's got to be smart. Not bad decisions off the field at all because he has to be a leader of men. It's so many different attributes and what we look for when we see a quarterback. And you would love a coach's son. Somewhere that the coaches coached him, and I'm not going down my road. I see you smiling because
I know who your quarterback is
He's
right
talking
now.
about my son. I didn't just build a template for my son, but that's what really we look for in quarterbacks. Different positions are different. Like O-lineman, I look for dual parent homes,
Right.
a strong father that they adhere to,
Right.
Smart kid, at least 3 and above.
You're also describing Hurts.
Yeah,
as well.
tough,
physical.
offensive lineman. Defensive lineman is totally opposite.
What do you mean?
Single mama, trying to get it. He's on free lunch. I'm talking about just trying to make it. He trying to rescue mama. Like mama barely made the flight.
Trying to get out the mud.
Man. Wow.
Oh boy, my.
Wow.
Lord,
What's the initial thoughts, man? I want to hear the initial thoughts of that.
Man, there's a lot to unpack in that one right there, man. You can tell that's just one of those, something he said that he wasn't really supposed to say out loud, you know what I'm saying? Because he said what we be looking for, as if this is something that's written in a handbook or something, you know what I'm saying? Like some studies and research have been done to say, okay, this is who we can get the most out of based on their circumstances and their life, So you got the quarterback supposed to be the brainiac, the one that's the leader because they have both parents. And then you got the offensive line is the same, but just a little 3.3 versus 3.5 GPA, right? And of course, you got the single mother conundrum where I assume he's saying because it's a single mother, the father's not there, so the young man is angry. You know what I'm saying? That means he got some hitting to do. So hit the one that had both parents. You see what I'm saying? If I've ever heard of a Psalm 83 where crafty counsel, boy, if that don't fit it, I don't know.
That's a round table for real.
Right.
You think we should play this again? It went kind of fast.
Yeah. Play one more time.
Play it again.
Y'all give the disclaimer of what's happening because it went in real fast. Y'all gonna give it?
Oh, I'll give it. I'm sorry. Real quick, Deion was answering, what is he looking for in football players? The offense, dual parent homes, mother, father, quarterbacks especially because they are supposed to be leaders in the position. And then he was saying, but his defense, he's looking for, they coming from single mother homes, specifically not single father homes, single mother homes.
Right. So what is he wrong or right? Okay. That's the question for the people. Chime in. Run them comments up. We about to play this video again. Deion sounded. Listen to what he say. Listen to this crafty counsel.
You won't bat him. At the end of the day, he wins and he comes up.
Can you tell who that is just by talking to him now that you're walking in the living rooms and you're seeing more and more and more?
We have different attributes: smart, tough, fast, disciplined with character. We're looking at now quarterbacks are different.
Yeah.
We want mother, father, dual parent. We want that kid to be 3, 5 and up because he's got to be smart. Not bad decisions off the field at all because he has to be a leader of men. It's so many different attributes and what we look for when we see a quarterback, and you would love a coach's son. Somewhere that the coaches coached him, and I'm not going down my road. I see you smiling because
I know who your quarterback is
he's
right
talking
now.
about my son. I didn't just build a template for my son, but that's what really we look for in quarterbacks. Different positions are different. Like O-lineman, I look for dual parent homes,
Right.
a strong father that they adhere to,
Right.
Smart kid, at least 3 and above.
You're also describing Hurts.
Yeah,
as
tough.
well. I mean,
physical. Offensive lineman. Defensive lineman is totally opposite.
what do you mean?
Single mama, trying to get it. He's on free lunch. I mean, I'm talking about just trying to make it. He trying to rescue mama. Like mama barely made the flight.
Trying to get out the mud.
Yeah. Woo, I think like you said, it's part of crafty counsel. It's part of what's been happening. I don't think when I watched the other video, it was two white men that were speaking on what Deion said, and they was talking about how
he's the only one that can get away with it.
yeah, he could get away with saying that. But the only reason he can get away with saying that, obviously, is because he's talking about black people.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about people of our color, people of our skin, right? But this ain't nothing. But they were saying that this is something that they always talked about. This is something that's been going on for a very long time. These people know. They know. When they broke apart our families, man, with their crafty counsel and things that they did, man, they know that having, pulling brothers from single mother homes, what kind of men they are. But they also know what kind of men are that come from both parent homes. That it says a lot. I think it says a lot about how much they analyze us and how long they've been analyzing us. And that goes back to the slavery days, things that we know. We know about looking at, if you look at the NFL Combine, they do a bunch of measuring of the athlete. They see how fast he can run. They see how high he could jump. I think all of that part is something that we've been doing for a very long time. I don't think this is anything new. Deion just was able to say it because he's a black man himself. And so he doesn't get any consequences from it. There was a bunch of backlash of what he said from a bunch of single mother homes. They got really upset at what was saying, but he didn't say anything that was untrue. I don't believe he said anything that was untrue. I think he's only saying what the criteria has been for a very long time.
Right. Yeah. I mean, what he's saying is true. And, but when we say it's true, it doesn't necessarily, we're not saying that it's justifiable in the sense that, that's what they should do. Obviously,
right.
When you read Deuteronomy 28:34, it says, the sights you will see will drive you mad. So a lot of things that we've done, with the curses and things of that nature and breaking the commandment, a lot of things happen to us. People getting shot, the father not being in a home, and the drug epidemic, the crack epidemic. So it's the lynching. So a lot of that stuff that happened to us has driven us mad. Right. And so when you look at when the father is not in the house, then the house can fall apart. You see what I'm saying? Then right. There's no order, there's no structure, because there's an important the pillar is missing, basically, the pillar of the house. And so usually when that happens, then things can go astray. The son can become whatever. So what Deion is basically saying is that because the dad is not in the house, and note he said the dad.
Right.
So it's almost like saying even if he was raised by a single dad, he probably would have turned out okay. But he literally saying single woman. You see what I'm saying? A single woman. Yeah. And so what he's basically saying is that because it's a single woman, then he would be upset. He would be mad. You see what I'm saying? He probably got some gripe to he would be more angry in terms of tackling the quarterback. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So he's definitely right about that. So now he's saying, and they know that, even with the Caucasians or whatever, the people who are in the office. So when you look at it, you have your mother and your father in the house, then that's structure. That's the right order. You see what I'm saying? That's the right order. And so what you're basically saying is that when the father and the mother's there, or at least the father's there, then there's going to be some structure. You see what I'm saying? You perform better. Your mind is more intact. You're not prone to being angry, things of that nature.
Right. I agree. It's just, man, it makes me sad. It makes me sad, you know, when you recognize just how much to a T we've been analyzed down to the breaking down of our families. It's a horrible thing to recognize that this is the way it is. I want to be able to face reality in the way that it looks, so that you know, I can myself try to break such things, you know, so you can try to break the cycle, you know. I don't want to be part of, you know, that I made a single mother out here. Now she's raising children by herself, you know, and they go and pick from that. They go and pick. Listen, man, even in our brokenness, they use us. Even in our brokenness, they use us, man.
Yeah, and they got Deion acting like he's some kind of Uncle Tom. You know what I'm saying? Because he's saying this is what we discuss, as if, you know, he's part of the whole crafty council. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, instead of like saying, man, that's kind of messed up that you guys kind of treat us that way, he literally, he's sort of kind of saying, okay, you're right. This is how we need to do it. He's basically confirming and approving of the method of using it or exploiting our pain. You see what I'm saying? For a gain. So he's basically saying, man, we need to get. It's almost like saying we need to find more homes with single mothers. You know what I'm saying? And to the point that if you say that, you may say, man, I hope the system can create more, you know what I'm saying, single mothers with these type of dudes, because then it give us an advantage over the competition.
I mean, you know, I'm not 100% sure that I agree with that. I think that maybe he's just speaking from the point that he knows of how they probably been doing it, you know? He just picked up on what they've been doing already. I mean, obviously, he's gone through it as a former player himself, you know? I don't know if he had my mother and father. I don't know if he was a product of a single mother home. I don't know.
But you don't sound upset.
But we
do know about it, though.
Right. But
he basically saying like, man,
well, of course he's not gonna be mad about it. He the coach. He the coach of a team. He's trying to recruit, you know. So I don't think he's gonna be mad about it. I don't. No one is without you directly saying what you say, right? No one is going up to mothers and say, hey, I need you to be a single mother, raise a son so we can bring it, so we can get him to the NFL. No one is going out saying that, but without directly saying that, you know, it's kind of indirect. You know? It's kind of indirect being saying. So I absolutely understand what you're saying, you know.